Welcome back to MMA Surge. I'm your host, Andrew Montanez. Today we're going to go over a sweep that Robbie Lawler used to defeat Josh Koscheck this past weekend at UFC 157. All right, so I'm going to bring Scott in to demonstrate this move. So if you watch the fight, the first round, Robbie Lawler was throwing some really big shots, and Josh Koscheck realized that he can't really stand with Robbie Lawler, so he went for a takedown. He ended up getting Robbie Lawler down, and you know, Robbie Lawler knew that he was fighting a wrestler, so fighting a wrestler, you got to know how to get back up to your feet. So Robbie Lawler knew fighting a wrestler, he's trained with wrestlers most of his career, that you got to know how to either get back up to your feet or negate what the wrestler's going to do, which is ground and pound. So he ended up getting in this butterfly guard position, and what happened was what you can do is you reach under this leg right here, and he put his hand over here. So what he looked to do is he was first going to try to sweep Koscheck this way. Koscheck defended it properly by putting his hand to the mat, but what this does is it makes a lot of space. So if you are the striker and you want to get back up to the feet, you do the same thing that Koscheck is doing. You post a hand, you release one of these butterflies, and you come up to the feet, and you get yourself out. So let me show you from the other angle, the exact angle that they did it at. So here in this butterfly position, so you can kind of control the guy. If you're fighting a ground and pound guy, control the arms, control the head. You know, you really won't take much strikes. When you're ready, what Robbie did was he reached for this leg, and he ducked his head deep here. This puts you in a really safe position when he's here. So try to sweep, and that's what happens. Like I said, the hand posts to the mat. You can keep trying to sweep, but hand, come up here, and you get yourself back up to your feet. Really good way to make the guy think you're sweeping, but use it to get back up to your feet. All right, so in the fight, Robbie Lawler used this sweep to get back up to the feet, but you know, you're not always gonna try to get back to your feet. You're actually gonna try to sweep the guy and get better position. So we'll switch positions again and come over here. So in this sweep, you got your butterflies, controlling the head. You can control either here or here. Really doesn't matter as long as you have a hand posted on the guy. So what you do is you reach under here, and since I have this butterfly, what I like to do is I like to put my hand on the back of his head, raise him up, and flip him over. And you see I end up right into a mount position, but also if you see, I have myself a guillotine, so I could adjust my grip and get my tap. So show that again. So basically I'm looking to, since I had the sweep and I'm getting the guy off of his feet, I'm reaching through here. I'm gonna look to send him straight over the top, but I wanna be able to transition. So I hold his head, or I push his head down, and I look to raise him up. And right here, I know the guy's gonna go over, so I have time to adjust, get myself a guillotine, follow myself up into a good position. And if I end up in a mount, you know, get myself right into a finish position. That's how you finish fights, is going from one position to another position to another position and just kind of overwhelming your opponent. All right, so let's recap this, this sweep. So first, start off in butterfly guard. Once you're in butterfly guard, left or right hand, doesn't matter. Reach and get an underhook through the back of the guy's legs. You take your free hand, put it on his head. You're gonna look to try to sweep the guy. He's gonna post his hand. If he posts his hand, then you could take your hand that's on his head, post it to the mat, step back, and get yourself up to the feet. If that doesn't work and you can't get the guy to go back up to your feet, push his head down, sweep him over, see if you can end up in a mount position, or get the guy in a guillotine and finish the fight. So that was the sweep that Robbie Lawler used against Josh Koscheck in his welterweight debut at UFC 157. This move works really good if you want to get back up to your feet against a wrestler, if you're fighting a guy that you think you could outstrike. Use this to get back up to your feet or get better position. Make sure you check out all of our videos, subscribe to our channel. I'm the Squid, and I'll see you next time on MMA Surge.